Howdy, Possum Patty here, and the Soggy Bottom Bunch, of course. I'm just moving things from one side of the table to the other. Is that cleaning? No. Is that straightening up? No. Is that organizing? No. That's just moving things from one side of the table to the other. I had taken out this paper yesterday, but then I realized underneath was this ribbon that was gifted to me with gnomes with lights. And I'm like, ooh, more lights. Maybe I'll have to get this into the journal. And I was shopping my stash and I went into the closet and I said, I know I have some washi tape, some Christmas washi tape that's not used up in the closet. So I grabbed that and then I put away the bling. Oh, I finished the page I was working on yesterday. And I did put that box of bling away, but I left out some of that boho. I'm like, maybe I can fit this into a page. If not, maybe the next journal. More things on the table, right? Okay. What else? Okay, I finished diamond painting. And, I was going through this bag of scraps to find something to fit on the back of this, which was from the Drake's Cakes box Mr. Possum gave me, because earlier today when I was working on that diamond painting, where is it? Yes, I finished it. I'll show you closer up because I do love how it came out. Yes, sitting at the kitchen table and gluing each one of those little gems down. Diamond painting is so much easier when there's a sticky surface and you just put them down like this. To try to glue each little piece, yeah, that's a challenge. But I finished it and I love it. But while I was sitting at the table, I heard some unusual noises coming up from the basement. Yeah, and I'm like, what is Mr. Possum doing down there? So I went down to take a peek. And he's working on a special project. He's making another weather vane. Yes. I think I've talked to you about his weather vanes before. He made one for that shed, has a little whale on it. And the one up on the big shed, he made, years and years and years ago. And it's a fireman. It's out of copper. It's beautiful. But he saw a pattern in a magazine, Popular Mechanics, and it was actually a reprint from like 60 years ago of a design for a weather vane, a little one with flying geese. And he decided he was going to make one. So he was down there filing this metal down. Noisy. So I thought, I had the idea that I would journal about that on the back of the trash that he gave me. Yes, on the back of the trash that he gave me. These are from his Drake's Cakes. And in that little pack of Made by Elves paper that I got, I think this is one of the very last things I got at the flea market. There was a page with all little tools on that. Do you remember that? Yes. I guess the elves, little tools for the elves working. And this is kind of like Mr. Possum's little workshop. I'm just looking on the front cover. Yeah, see, there's a little elf here with some tools. Maybe I'll cut that out too and put that on there. We'll see. Not going to be a whole lot of room because it's got to fit on here. And I want to put that, but do you see how it's not big enough? A little bit of white around the edge. Now I can just leave it like that with a white edge. Nothing wrong with that. But I was thinking that maybe I'll put a paper on the background and then give this a rippy edge and then put his picture and maybe that little elf and a little bit of journaling, and that's a lot, but we'll see how it goes. We'll see how that goes. So I was looking for some paper here. Now this has two sides. It's got a white side, it's got a pink side. They're basically the same thing. just with different colors in the background. So I could go with something that matches the pink or something that goes with the white and the green. And there's not too many papers in here that are this size. But here's a big one, and this is pink and silver. That's an option. And oh, here's those like diamond painted snowflakes again. I'm looking for the wider ones. Something in a greenish or a pinkish. Oh, here's a black sparkly. I got sparkly in here, but I'm just going to be covered up. This is just a little bit for around the edge. I got a green plaid. Ooh, that really goes with this side, doesn't it? A little bit of red, white, and green. That's an option instead of the pink. I don't know. Kind of like that plaid. That's cool. I kind of like this. This is kind of rustic too. The colors and the pattern. Oh, this one actually has holly all over it. Although you're not going to see too much of it. But I like it. I like it. I like it. So, oh, I have red too. All right, that's enough to work with. That's enough to work with. So I'm going to show you the page I finished up. I'm going to work on the back of this. Oh, I need to print out a picture. I have to do that with my phone, which I'm recording with. So I need to print out a picture and do this journaling card. And this goes in another pocket on the other page. Well, that might be enough for today. So, yeah, why don't you all come on along for Lucky Day 13, no spend, yes save, shop the stash, December daily journaling. Well, first of all, I took a moment to print out a couple of pictures of Mr. Possum. I had to use the phone app to control my Canon Mini Ivy printer. And I did print out something on the regular printer. I'll get to that in a moment. So before we work on this, I just want to show you how my homemade diamond painted snowflake came out. Love it, love it. Look at that. This one I did yesterday. This one I did today. And that was to make the paper match the diamond painted little tuck I made out of a Christmas card there. And I know I said I wasn't going to put any bling on this one. This is a paper one, but I did put one right in the center there because it already has these silver little blings on there. So this is a very bling bling page. And I said yesterday I would put some gold around the edge. Look how nice that looks. Just gives it a really nice finishing touch. And this was the back of this card. And I'm just going to put that right in there. So that's going to hide inside that tuck like that. And I would say, with all the work that I put into this page is done. Ooh, it's kind of heavy with all that bling bling. That's all right. When I put something on the back of here, that'll strengthen that up a little bit. And I was thinking about putting that light bulb paper on here. But right now, I'm working on this pocket. And I already have my little booklet about going to see 'Twas the Night Before Cirque du Soleil in there. And I decided I would use this as a journaling card. Now, this is just trash. It's packaging from Mr. Possum's little Drake's Cakes. But it fits nicely into there, and it's gray, and this is gray, and nothing absolutely needs to match. So I'm just going to move this aside for a moment. Put it down there. And I was picking out a paper for the back of this. Ooh, I kind of like this. Or maybe even this one. You're not going to see very much of it, so it really doesn't matter really which one I use. As much as I like this, I think I'll save this for something else. And just use this one because you're not going to see much of it. And I do like this one. So now I can cut and glue, or I can glue and cut. What do we want to do? Let's glue and cut. Glue and cut. So what I do is I put some glue stick in the middle and some tacky glue around the edge. Then I put it down. And then cut. Glue, then cut. Like so. And now I am going to rip this. Rip toward yourself if you want to see a white decal edge. Scraps her little pixie to play with there. So Mr. Possum was drawing plans. Yes, he drew out the plans on a big sheet of paper to make the templates, and then he traced them onto sheets of metal.
For what?
Weather vane.
Another weather vane?
Yeah.
See? I love it. I love it already. And then he was cutting the metal, and what a screechy noise that made. With a power tool. And then he has to finish them off by hand with a file to get all the details of the feathers on the geese. So I guess it's going to be like a little arrow, you know, with north, south, east, west. And then the geese are on this wire that allows them to kind of move around a little bit. It's not terribly bendable, but not completely stiff either. And so the geese will be flying on wires and moving the arrow around to point to the north, south, east, west. Now, I don't know where Mr. Possum's putting this because we have 2 sheds and we have a weather vane on each of those sheds already. Uh-oh. Maybe he's planning on buying another shed. You know, the more sheds you have, the more junk you fill them up with. But I love this little paper because see, it's all these little tools. I was going to cut the corner, but these have these red lines that come to a point on the corners, and I think that won't look right. Yeah, good thing I turned it over and looked at this side before I just did that. These have to have pointy corners. Pointy corners. Now, I have 2 pictures. The one I was going to put on this one is the one where Mr. Possum's drawing the plans to make, oh, you know what? I think I'm going to save that for the other one. I'm going to put the one where he's using tools on this one. Yes, using tools. Now, do I want, where's the little thing? Oops. do I want to put an elf using tools on here? They made this so it says additional topper elements. So you can cut these out like dies on the front and back cover. See, there's a little hammer there. Saw, wrench. So let's see. I'm going to trim this a little bit so I can get an idea of how this will look. Oh, in the comments below yesterday's video, we were having some discussions about the no spend and how I did not go to the Hobby Lobby, which is funny. It's on the way back from what we were doing after we had our lunch at the Chick-fil-A. And I had my picture taken with the cow. I said to Mr. Possum, I said, stop at the Walmart. I have to run in for a moment. And he's like, oh, I thought you couldn't spend any money. And I was like, oh, only on journaling. I said, I need to get some allergy medicine. I said, the no spend is for journaling. That does not mean I can't spend any money. Just, I'm not going to spend any money on journaling right now. I said, oh. He says, well, you can't buy glue, because he knows I always buy glue at the Walmart. And I'm like, well, yes, I can buy glue. You have to be able to buy glue, because you can't use up your supplies if you don't have any glue to glue the things into your journal with. So I think now he's got a better idea of what the no spend is. No spend journaling supplies. Yes, glue. He's like, well, then we can't go to the Dollar Tree. And I was like, yeah, we can go to the Dollar Tree because there's other things I buy at the Dollar Tree, like toilet bowl cleaner. I said, I can buy toilet bowl cleaner. I can buy my allergy medicine. This is just junk journaling, no spend. He said, oh, okay. Now, do we want a little elf working in his workshop and Mr. Possum there? And I can do some journaling on here. What do you think? Do I need a frame around Mr. Possum? Oh, I have that lovely red I took out. Oh, that would make that pop. And he's got a red sweatshirt on. Just a thin red frame around that. Now, all the paper that I took out in that bag of paper that I had at the beginning, these are all scraps from something else. Hashtag give a scrap. Trying to use up my scraps as well as shop the stash. Yeah, so we've got no spend, yes save, shop the stash, use the scraps. It's getting more complicated, isn't it? Now this is heavy. It's from the cover of that paper pack. So I'm going to put glue stick in the middle and put some tacky glue around the edge. Hold it down. Isn't that cute? Now I'm going to do just a little bit of journaling with the date and what he's making there. And then I printed out the plans, a picture of the plans that he's using. See, this magazine is from this year, 2024, but these plans are from 60 years ago. And there's a little arrow with the geese flying. I want to see if this is too big for that pocket. Do I need to trim it down a little bit? And I'm going to put the picture of Mr. Possum looking at the plans and drawing the geese on his paper there that he uses to make templates out of. Got to bring the journal back. All right, so this card will be in here, and this card will be in here, and one more. No, I think that's fine, and maybe I should put this on another page because these two go together on here. Oh, maybe I should put this on another page. I'm going to rethink this. Yes, I'm going to rethink that. It's okay to change your mind because now I have this big card and I want to do more. So I'm going to put this one here too. And this was kind of getting lost in this big tuck. Yes, although this was the night before Christmas. Oh, what I can do is print out another page from the "Twas the Night Before Christmas" book, right? And put that here and put that in over here. All right, so right now, put that back on the floor. I'll have to do that later, make another talk and redo that page. And what do I want to put on the back of this one? I could use that red paper. Oh, I could use this holly paper. Okay, so you know the drill. Lots of glue. Yeah, so what else? Well, today, I did all that gluing with those little diamonds. That took a while. And I showed Mr. Possum the intro I made for yesterday's video with the drones flying around. I hope you caught that. And then my sister called, one of my sisters, to talk about the drones because she just thinks it's really, really strange what's going on with the drones. I know I was having fun with it in the video, but a lot of people are very concerned about these drones. All over the news, all over the media. So she wanted to talk about that. I could round the corners of this one just to make it different from the others. And I could also back this on red, like the other one. I'm wondering if I should have put a paper under there to journal on. You know, like a paper down there. Well, that's still wet. Oops, that's still wet. I can re-glue that. Or I could put some more tools. I got lots of tools in here. I want to make it bigger than this. Okay, I'm going to do my journaling. Just a little simple journaling. This one comes first actually, December 6, 2024. Making templates for wild geese head into the wind weather vane. Picture of Mr. Possum sketching out some plans there. And December 8th, I put Santa's workshop because I got the little elf there, cutting out the metal geese for the weather vane. And I'm thinking adding a little gold around the edge. I think there's a little bit left in here. This is Deco Color Premium Gold Paint Pen. Oh, and I used my black Sakura or Sakura glaze pen to journal on that scrapbook paper there. Oop, too much came out. Okay. I'll just pick it off of there and put it on here. So instead of like doing a distress kind of inky edge, it's making a gold edge. Not even. Don't want to waste that. I know this has a red border, but I'm going to put some gold here too. This is not usually how I use this pen. I usually do it right on the paper, but sometimes I want a little extra around the edge, so I just pump it and then paint with it. Put that one over there to dry. I've got a little extra gold paint. Okay, Pixie. Pixie's asking if I would put some in her journal. She's been sticking all kinds of things in here I can see. How about over here? We don't want to waste it. Oh, she's already got some of my Christmas washi tape in here. Just stick some gold there for you, Pixie. This is a very tiny, tiny, tiny composition notebook. And she's got dried flowers, fabric, and fibers, and buttons, and stickers, one pom-pom, a feather, and a reindeer kitty cat, and pictures, packaging. Oh, there's my little troll right there. It's got her name on the front, composition notebook. It's so adorable, I know, but Pixie, that gold's got to dry. Maybe I should make her a little apron. Well, those are almost dry. I just touched them. I did get gold on my fingers. And when they're dry, I'm going to stick them in that pocket. But now I need a new page for this adventure. So I can work on that tomorrow or something else. Or something else. It doesn't matter. Oh, my sister just sent me cutest little picture of my grandniece baking Christmas cookies with her Mimi. Yes. Well, I might have to make a page. Oh, I have that magazine with all the Christmas cookies in it over here somewhere. And that would be a really fun page, yes. And I have to put Millie's card in here. Yeah, so I'll get that in there. And then I have a few more pages in here I could put things on. But I also have my trashies that I could finish up and put some pictures in too. And this poor one, I know I started it and it's so sad. It's so blank. But if I get this one filled this year, then this one will be all set and ready to go for the next time. And this doesn't have to be just Christmas. I could do some winter journaling in here too, yes. Winter journaling, junk journal January. Well, thanks for coming along today for just another little, let's see, no spend, yes save, shop the stash, December daily. I get it all in. Junk journaling. Bye-bye.